God, people. Meow meow.
He's a kitty cat.
You can go in your house. I'm in my house. Somebody's mad. I'm live and I'm mad. Hey guys. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm back. If anybody sees someone in the comments by the name Norman Terry, let me know. Because Norman Terry just wanted to make a comment on my channel about the video I just posted about the service dog program scam. About how none of us in the videos look like we need service dogs. And so, because, you know, Norman Terry has all of our medical information. So, I'm just going to wait. And I told Norman if they wanted to talk more that I'm going live. So we're going to wait and see if Norman hops on. My service dog, I owner trained, and then I applied for admission into a service dog program, and then we graduated out of it. But I don't release that information. I mean, I'm guessing so. Hey, if it's a guess bag though. I said bag, like the brand. Haha, I'm funny. Norman, where are you? I don't see fire yet. Well, my service dog now, she did get accepted into a service dog program, and she graduated from it, but I did all the training. The program didn't do the training. My day has been really crappy. Austin's in the bedroom, but I guess we can talk and see if Norman hops on. So my day, really like my past week, couple of weeks. Norman, are you here? None of us require service animals. I'd like to show you some stuff. That's all I gotta do. I just gotta show you. I'm not even gonna have to say a single word. I'm just gonna show you things. That's all I gotta do. I mean, is Norman worried that their YouTube account's gonna be found? Like, Norman posted a public comment on the public video that I just made. Every single one of you on this live right now could go to that video and scroll through the comments and see the comment that Norman made. So, ballsy enough to make a comment when you don't know anybody. Yeah, my day. Okay. So, my infusion company that I was going through for all of my infusion stuff, they closed, and about a month ago I had to get with a new infusion company. Well, our struggle has been that I am now out of all of my Huber needles from the original company. They were B-barred Surecan Safety 2 needles, for any of those who know what the Huber needles are, know about it. So all the new companies, they've sent me multiple different Huber needles, and none of them are working. And my nurse came out today to access my port, and it's just not, it hurts. It's not my nurse's fault. There's nothing she did wrong. Actually, she just messaged me. Hang on 1 second. Let me look at this really quick. Okay. So what we're trying to figure out is how I can go about getting back to my needle that I usually use. The issue is that my port sticks out so much that, one, I need a certain length, but two, my port sticks out of my body like a fucking rock. So anything that doesn't have a round base isn't going to sit right. And so the company I'm with now apparently can't get them. None of the other needles, the Huber needles they've sent, are fitting. The one that my nurse just sent me, which I just messaged her because my port is making noises. I just finished running my bag of fluids, so like I just disconnected like all of my stuff's in here, and I was doing my flush, and my ports make a bubbly noise, literally making a bubbling noise as I'm pushing my flushes through. I can hear it bubbling. Norman is commenting on the video but not getting live. Norman just commented back to my comment. I just got a notification. Somebody tell Norman to come live. Come on, Norman. Get over here. So basically, I'll just have to show you guys. Okay. This side's down. This side's not. It's awful. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's at a like really, really bad angle. There we go. And it's because my port sticks out. And the issue is that the base of this is a long rectangle. And because of the way my port sticks out, it's not sitting. So I just messaged my nurse because I needed my fluids, obviously. I'm supposed to stay accessed like all week, 6 days a week. It's for me to run fluids. I can't do regular IVs. If you've ever been to a hospital and that you had them put an IV in your arm and then like run the fluid bags, it's basically what I need. That's this bag right here is a fluid bag. I just finished. I have a pump that it hooks up to, and it hooks up to this pump. Anyway, all the tubing, so it connects, because I don't do good with peripheral IVs, and so it connects like this, and my fluids go through, because my arm doesn't hold regular IVs well. So the port is surgically implanted into my chest so that I can get fluids daily. So the issue is that this isn't working. And so I just told my nurse, because when she said it, she's like, that's not going to work. She's like, you're going to pull it. I'm like, yeah. Like, it's catching on everything. It's pulling on everything. And it just freaking hurts because at the angle it's at, it's not safe either. Like, this is not, like, I can get my entire finger. Like, this is not safe. And so the plan originally was I'm going to run the fluids tonight, try to make it through tomorrow, get a bag in tomorrow. But my nurse just messaged me back because I told her it's bubbling and making noise. And she just messaged me back saying I could go ahead and de-access. So I have like an infusion company that sends me all of my medical supplies. And then I have my home health company that my nursing, like my nurse works through, that comes to my house. Well, my home health company, I called them earlier and talked, after my nurse left, talked to the boss lady and explained to her what was going on, because I also contacted a Bard manufacturer who makes the needles that I need, and I got the information for the needle and for like the distributors that they use, and I called my home health to let them know the distributors and see if they used the same distributors, and they use one of the same distributors. And so we're trying to figure that out, but my nurse just said that her boss ordered some new ones in and that I should have them in a couple of days. So if I want to go ahead and de-access it, I can. I saw that comment, Sarah. It gave me the notification. Thank you. But yeah, basically it's just not, like, I'm out of all of my old Huber needles. So before the old Infusion company closed, they the pharmacist that I usually talk to, she sent me a crap ton of stuff to make sure that I was going to be good, because we didn't know how long it was going to take for me to get with a new infusion company. Well, now I'm out of everything from my old company and can't find a Huber needle to fit. And so we're like really, I'm just really upset. And it's very frustrating. I've got to make some more calls tomorrow. It's really, which my home health company, um, the boss lady, which I'm not going to be giving her name out, but she said that she was going to call me back tomorrow, trying to figure out if there was another company I could go to, or anything that worked with the distributors of the barred manufacturer, so I could get the barred Huber needle that I need, because it's the only one that fits. And the base of it, it's a small round circle, whereas like the base of this is a long rectangle. Because my port sticks out so much, I need the small circle because it's the only one that sits properly on my port. Um, so yeah, it's crap, and I'm about to pull. I just got permission to pull, so I'm about to pull. Which, hey, I guess I can do that here, right? I don't know if he deleted his comments, but Norman, where are you? I cannot stand when people do this. I don't think either of y'all need service dogs. You don't know our medical history. You don't know crap about us. And I'm telling you, when people say crap like this, they're doing it because I look normal. I look normal. I look healthy. Until you see all this. But that's not the point. Like, disabilities are invisible. Don't go around making comments about, I don't think you need this. I don't think you need that. Nobody asked you. You're not a medical professional. And even if you were a medical professional, you don't get to make a judgment on somebody who is not your patient that you don't have medical record access to. Like, don't do that shit. Like, I cannot stand people like that. I really can't. My favorite store to go to, I don't really know. Let me look. I'll see if the comments are still there. Give me 2 seconds. Norman said that it's because it's probably anxiety from people sticking their noses where it doesn't belong. And that's why Norman thinks that we don't require service dogs. I just told Norman to come live with us, that I have something to show him. I don't think Norman's going to come. I just want to show you. I just want to show you. Because sometimes, you know what? You can argue verbally over message as much as you want with people like this. But, like, sometimes it just takes being like, oh, do I look normal now? Like, bro, I can't. I cannot with people. Invisible disabilities. Invisible. If I have a shirt on, you don't freaking know. That means it's an invisible disability. It does not mean that I'm any less sick just because you can't see it. It's still there. Oh gosh. But yeah, like, I did my saline flush. Or not saline, that's my heparin lock. I did saline, but I did my heparin lock. And then I locked it. And I was waiting for my nurse to message me back because I wasn't going to use one of my end caps if I was about to pull it. And so it's hurting because of the angle it's at. It's really hurting. And the main concern is the irritation. And if it stays irritated and red and, higher risk of infection and things like that. And so it's just at the point. And then it's making bubbling noises. What? And that's because of the angle that it's at. The needle, like, everything, nothing is sitting in it right. And so at least I got a bag in. But they're kind of like, she's like, go ahead and pull it. Like, it ain't worth the risk. I don't really have a favorite store. I mean, I go shopping. That's about it. Yeah, I'm about to remove it. I'm not going to sleep with it. Sleeping with it would be a really bad idea. I would just, like, y'all, I've got to, like, mentally prep myself to remove this crap because, like, it's a whole thing. I got to prepare. And so it takes me a moment to, like, mentally get there to pull a needle out of my chest. So, yeah, like I've never had my port make bubbling noises. And so, if it's making bubbling noises, I think it's pretty safe to assume that um, air could be potentially getting pulled in somehow. Nothing good. So, but yeah, I am. I'm about to pull. I was waiting for Norman. Darn it. I was hoping Norman would come so that we could show him, you know, people with disabilities because I can argue with him all day. But if you don't see it, you may not believe me. Like, sometimes it might just be easier for me to just be like, oh, look. Oh, hey, you know what this one is? I went for my blood sugar. Yeah, you see this? Watch what happens when I pull it out. Oh, wait, that's right. There's something under my skin that was surgically implanted. Wow, why was it surgically implanted? Oh, medical problems, and the doctor said so. Oh, the doctor said so. Why would the doctor say that? Because I'm sick. Oh, you're sick, but I don't think you need a service dog. That's probably why you're not my doctor, right? But I mean, I also have anxiety too, so that invalidates everything else. I hope you're watching, Norman. People like you are what makes everything else seem like assholes. Not calling you an asshole. Maybe I am. Who knows? But yeah, it's irritating. Like it's extremely frustrating and irritating and just why? Why we gotta be like that? Why? Oh, that's right. People are assholes. But, what are we going to do? Tell them they're assholes? Probably. Like, coming at me is one thing. Like, I'm used to it. I don't give a fuck. But, like, the other girls in that video, like, don't go after other people. Like, when we're talking about service dog programs here, so you would think service dog program, not just, oh, I got my dog and I trained it, which I mean, hey, I did, but then my dog graduated out of the service dog program. But still, you would think when somebody's talking about service dog programs that, oh, they had to, like, actually go through shit to get that service dog and, like, more, like, in depth of like there's procedures you got to go through, at least with the program I'm a part of. I don't know about the scam program, but I know the program I was a part of, I am a part of. I had to send in like medical references. I had to get my doctors to fill out paperwork and send stuff in. Like, I had, even though I'd already trained Maya and I'd already had her myself, and even though I wasn't applying for a dog out of the program like that they trained to give to me, I still had to go through the application process as if I was applying for a dog through their program. And so I had to have like all of my medical stuff sent in. I had to have medical references, personal references, and then I sent in everything I had on Maya, um, all of her stuff from like where I adopted her from, all of her veterinary stuff, showing that she's up to date on everything, spay and neuter, rabies, all of that, and then um, her x-rays from when I had her hips and elbows x-rayed for mobility. Norman is some asshole on the internet making comments, honestly. And so, like, personally, I know the program I went through is not one that, like, you have to go through, like, an extensive freaking process. Hi, guys. I was kind of hoping my nurse would just tell me that it was fine. Because, like, I really need the fluids, and I know I'm going to need them tomorrow. And it sucks, but I wasn't planning on doing this on a live either. I was planning on doing it in my bathroom, like, not live. But hell, I guess since she messaged me while I'm live, I might as well do it with you guys. Get off of me. Um, One second. I'm gonna put a piece of gauze on really fast. Hang on. Okay. Because I have to pull this down, and I really didn't want to flash anybody my nipple. So, I put gauze in it. That's how you get creative. So if you see gauze, there's a reason. You're fine, guys. Alright, since I just ran fluids, I don't have to do another flush. This is gonna probably really suck too, because it just got put on. It's gonna be sticky as hell. Got adhesive remover, but still, it's gonna freeze. I've never pulled this Huber needle out, so we'll see. How many different pets do I have? Cat, dog, turtle, tortoise, snakes, birds. Alright. I always get nervous pulling stuff, especially because I'm not used to pulling this. Same concept. Get the tegaderm off, flip the wings up to where I have a grip, hold my port back, and pull out, but still it's a different Huber needle, so sticky. I haven't even had this in for 6 hours. Like, I'm really happy I put gauze on. Yep, very happy. Because otherwise you'd all be getting a flash on my nipple right now. This really sucks. I've never heard a port bubble. Like, and like, again, this angle, like, because of how far out, you'll see when I pull it out, you'll be able to see how far out my port sticks. But since it's such a long rectangular base, it's like this part's flat, but this part's sticking out because there's no way for it to sit flat on my port because I am just too skinny. I am too underweight. I don't have, it's just, there's no way. And so, y'all, fingers crossed that I can get a needle soon that will fit right. Maya's good. She's over there laying down. Alright, make sure I got all this sticky off. Okay. Flip my wings up. Oh gosh. Okay, that wing is stuck. Ooh. Ouch. Make sure the needle locks in there. Okay. Oh, were you? That's awesome. Yeah, this crap hurts. It's not too bad. No, it shouldn't bleed much, but I did just push blood thinner, and so, and I had blood thinner pushed earlier, so I've got a little more blood thinner in my body than usual. Usually it's just like one thing of blood thinner, but the days that I get access, she has to lock me with blood thinner, before, you know, she leaves. will clot very fast. And so then, you know, I get the first dose of blood thinner, and then when I connect to fluids, when I get done running my fluid bags like I just did, I have to do another blood thinner walk. And so it's only the skin that's bleeding. It's not like internally in my body or anything like that. The needle goes through the layer of skin, and then it goes into the device in the chest. And so it's just the skin, but it's also kind of irritated because I pulled a needle last night, and then today I had this one pushed in, and now I just had to pull it. So, I mean, it hurts a little. It's more the part, like, the needle going through the skin. That part, you know, it hurts. And then, because I stay access, my port stays very sensitive, and so, it hurts. It does, it hurts. But pulling out is way less painful than going in. So... I'm trying to read comments. Traumatizing, that's one thing. I mean, it's definitely, you gotta, like, mentally prep. I just have to, like, I just do it. I just have to close. I mean, it's the same thing as this, though. This is a needle going in my arm. And then, you know, I just pop it in. You know, if I have to do finger pricks for my blood sugar, it's the same thing. I mean, putting needles in your body's never easy. But... yes, you 100% do have to be disabled to have a service dog.
Oh.
Everything hurts.
Okay.
Before I put a Band-Aid on, but this is why, I mean, you can see how much it sticks out because of how small I am. This is actually the catheter that connects to the port. This is the catheter that goes down and connects to one of the arteries that connect to my heart. And so, if this base, hang on, I'll show you guys the issue. I have to dig in my short spots really quick and grab a needle. Okay. So, this is the one they sent, the new company. And so it's this black, or not black, this hard plastic. And, I mean, that's not going anywhere. So this is what they sent. There is no way that that can sit flat on my port. And that's the issue. My usual Huber needles is this. This sits perfectly on top of my port. And that is the issue that we're having, because this specific needle, we can't seem to find. And so I even contacted another infusion company today, because I will transfer to a different infusion company if I can find one that has my needle. And that company also did not have them. And so we're searching and trying to figure it out. But that is the difference. This is what they sent. This is what I need. And there's other Huber needles I've tried. I mean, I've tried probably close to 10 different Huber needles. And so that is the difference. This just cannot, if I was flat bodied, if I was bigger and my port didn't stick out, this would absolutely be fine. Right? Like, at that point, I'd be flat, but I'm not. And so because of how far my port sticks out, it's just not possible. And so that's the issue I'm having.
So,
yeah, that's the difference. If that makes more sense for those of you who maybe didn't quite get it or understand, that's the difference. Okay. Service dogs are fun. My day's kind of been shitty, honestly. I had a rough night last night. And I've had a rough day today. So, now I'm going to put this little Band-Aid on for a little bit. I take it off before I go to bed. Sometimes I fall asleep with the Band-Aids on. But I try to try to take it off before I go to bed. That way it can air out. But right now, I want to cover it for a little bit. So, I don't have any, I don't feel sticky. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I'll message my nurse back in a minute, let her know I pulled it. So, hopefully, earlier, the boss lady of my home health company, I mean, I talked to her and, let her know that I was like, my nurse, call her Sheila. My nurse Sheila, that's not her name, but we'll say it is. My nurse Sheila just left from accessing me, and this is what she told me to do, and I'm trying, and I can't find another company, because my nurse told me to look for another company, infusion company for my supplies. It's basically like infusion pharmacies. And she told me to look for another one and try to call some and see if we could find any. And so I told the boss lady at the home health company everything. I'm sure she probably contacted Sheila, and I'm sure Sheila was also able to explain it to her. But I told her on the phone, I was like, it's not, I was like, it's like a rectangular base. And I was like, one side is touching, but the other side, because it's so long and the way the port sticks out, it does not sit flush. And so it is sitting at an upward like angle, and like one side's touching my body, and then the other end of it is like half an inch off of my skin. And so it just sucks, but I'm happy that I have the home health care that I do. My nurse is absolutely amazing. Like, I love her to bits and pieces. We called my infusion company before she left, the new one that I had to join, and she was trying to talk to them to try to figure out, like, hey, like, I'm here with, I'm a nurse with blah, blah. I'm here with my patient, Dominique. And, started explaining, and the pharmacist at the company was just like, well, I talked to her, I think it was Friday, and, we sent out those needles and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, cool. And so my nurse is sitting there trying to explain to her, okay, well, what y'all are sending isn't working. We have to have something different. And the pharmacist, just like, useless. She was honest to God freaking useless. And to the point that, like, she just kept repeating herself. And we're like, no, like, you're not understanding. Like, she's telling us, oh, well, that's all we can do. You're just going to have to deal with it. You're not understanding. This is not something that we can just deal with. This is not working, and it's not going to work. You have to find a different needle. And the pharmacist was being useless, and my nurse finally, she was just like, okay, she was like, what other infusion companies do you know of in the area? And so my nurse knew of a couple, and the pharmacist told us another one. And so as soon as the pharmacist told my nurse that other infusion company, my nurse was like, okay, thanks, bye. Like, my nurse was done. And then, like, when we got off the phone, my nurse, she looked at me, she's like, I can't. She's like, I'm not going to sit here and continue to be a dead horse. Like, she's just repeating herself, and she doesn't want to help, and she doesn't want to do anything different. She's like, that's fine. Find you a different infusion company. I'm like, I'm okay with that. That's fine. But, like, don't be that useless. Like, if you have a nurse, an RN, somebody who does this for a living, calling you to tell you, the pharmacist, that her patient needs something different, and that what you have isn't going to work, and you need to find something different, and then you don't want to do your job, like, So, I'm hoping we can figure it out quicker, because right now it's very frustrating, because I need my fluids, and I feel like crap, but right now, the most I can do is do, like, a day infusion. That's it. The way this needle is sitting, if they can't send me anything else, like, I cannot leave that in. It will more than likely get ripped out in my sleep. Then the bubbling noise, so a liquid going through a tube into my body that's covered with Tegaderm, a seal, should not be making a bubbling noise. And what are bubbles? Bubbles are air. So like if my port's making a bubbling noise, like that's not that cannot happen. Like if air gets into my body, it will kill me. If too much goes in, it can absolutely kill me. And so like why the pharmacist wanted to argue with my nurse about it beats me. Honest to God, freaking beats me. I don't get that at all. So now we're searching for a new company. We're trying to see, because I contacted Bard, the manufacturer of uh, this needle. This is a Bard Surecan Safety 2 needle. And so I contacted the manufacturer that makes this. And because all the pharmacies, all the infusion companies are trying to say, oh, well, we can't get it it's all on back order. And so I was like, it's on back order? Okay, let me just call Bard and let me see if there's anything I can find out. And so, I told them, I was like, I'm a patient. And they're like, well, we can't ship directly to patients. I was like, no, that's fine. I was like, I know that, and that's okay. I was like, I just need advice. Do you have potentially maybe a list of maybe pharmacies that, like, can get things from you, and are they on back order? Because all the pharmacies that I've talked to so far keep telling me that the needle is on back order and that they are not in stock. Well, Bard Manufacturer, when I was on the phone, they said, no, we've definitely got them in stock. There's plenty. We are not on back order. And so they're not on back order. The needles are available from the manufacturer. And so then they told me the three main distributors. I got the three main distributors that they use within Alabama, within my area. And so basically, I've got to find a way to either, I'm going to have to call like every single pharmacy, infusion pharmacy, and see what distributors they use, or I have to contact the distributors and try to see if the distributors can give me pharmacy information that they sell to. And if I can get, as long as I can get a pharmacy that uses one of those three distributors, then that pharmacy will be able to order the needle I need directly from that distributor, because that distributor is getting them from the manufacturer, and they are there and they are not on back order. And that is what Bard Manufacturer told me to do, was to get with the distributors, find somewhere that used one of those three distributors, and that I'd be able to get it that way. But my home health company, the boss lady, she's trying to figure out, which I mean, my nurse just told me that she did order some other needles and that they'll be here in a few days. But boss lady had said that she was going to try to also see if potentially they could get approval to order the needle that I need. So I don't know if maybe they figured that out, or if she just figured out something else that'll work. If it's something else that'll work, like, I'm okay with that. But all the needles we've used in the past, none of them have worked. It's the fitting, it's the base. So she's trying. She even said something about so the boss lady is going to be calling me back sometime tomorrow. But the plan was either to try to see if they could get approval, because typically they don't give supplies. They're just the nursing company. The supplies come from the infusion pharmacies. And so she was going to try to see if they could get some type of special approval to be able to order the needle, just the needle, not my other supplies, but just the needle for me. Or if she could try to find a infusion company that did have the needle I needed. And so it's a mess right now. Like, what's the point of having a freaking port if I can't use it because all of the needles don't fit? Like, part of it's because I'm like 85 pounds. I'm very, very small. Most people's ports don't stick out like this, but I am extremely underweight. And so, I'll read your comment. It's just very frustrating. Yeah, I don't like the new company I'm a part of at all. Like, okay, there we go. But yeah, I haven't liked the new infusion company at all since day one. Yes, Bard, B-A-R-D. Pretty sure that's it. Hang on. Sorry, I was wrong. Oh goodness, I'm saying Bard. Bard power port. This in my chest is a Bard power port. It's a B bronze. I'm so sorry. This, it's not Bard, it's B. Braun. Shuriken Safety 2 Needle. The manufacturer is B. Braun. B-R-A-U-N. Sorry. They both start with B's. It's Braun. B. Braun. My bad. What's going on? Yeah, just try to relax and breathe. But yeah. I'm gonna put these in my back in my sharp box real quick. But it's frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So, earlier before my nurse left, we thought that I might be able to at least make it through until tomorrow to get a bag tonight and get a bag in tomorrow. And then the plan was for her to try to come back out maybe Thursday or Friday, depending on how many days I could go. And she was just going to come back out and try to re-access me. That's still going to be the plan. She's still going to come back out and re-access me, but we got to wait for the new needles to come in that her boss just ordered to try to see if they'll work. She made a comment in the message that she sent me about something about length, so I don't know for sure if we know how long they are. Maybe I think they might be a little longer. But we would much rather something that's a little more longer. We can put a bio patch on underneath. I have bio patches. So if it ends up being just a tad longer, my nurse is saying that she would rather it be a tad longer than be the fit that it just had, because that fit just now, that's not safe. It's not, by no means is it safe to leave it like that. And so if we can at least find one that will sit properly on my port, if it's a little long, we can throw a bio patch on under it, and that'll be okay. But it's frustrating, you guys.
So,
yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off here. I've got a really bad headache. It's been a day. I am about to upload a new video. I know it's late, but started trying Maya a new task today. So that's about to go up. Let me see if it's done uploading really quick. Hang on. Okay, it looks like it's done uploading, so I'm gonna go ahead and go and put that on public. But yeah, so Maya had to learn a new task because my anxiety, she does great with everything else, and she's so good at keeping me from scratching my arm that I think just like over years, like I just don't pick up my arm quite as much as I used to, because every time I do, she makes me stop, and that's wonderful and that's great. But the issue is that I've started doing something new, and I am making myself bald, like quite literally. If you look at, I mean, I just dyed my hair, so it might be hard to see. But if you look at my hairline, this side's farther out, this side's fine. This, like, it's stained because I dyed my hair, so the skin's a little black. But all of this, because what I'm doing now is picking and rubbing here, and I'm literally creating sores, and I've rubbed a bald spot into my head, and I'm just now, like a week ago, realized that I was making myself bald, and it's just at the point where I can't stop doing it. I mean, for those of you that have anxiety, you know when you're having anxiety and you're just like twiddling or whatever, like you're spaced out, maybe you're watching TV, maybe you're just subconsciously like, whatever it is. And so I'm not paying attention to it enough to not do it. Like I'm catching it at times and I'm trying to stop myself, but then I go right back to doing it. And so I'm sorry, I just hiccuped and burped at the same time. I apologize. So Maya's new task, she's got to learn how to make me stop doing that now. But the thing is that I can't just have her paw me like she does for the other anxiety interruptions, because it's my face and I don't want to be pawed in the face. So today was first time the video I got. It was the first session ever of trying to train it. So we worked on that. It's about a 10-minute video. That's about to, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to go ahead and hit public on that if you guys want. Yes, that's what I'm having her do, is doing the booping. So we start off with touch. And she was pretty confused at first, but I think it's also because this is a scratching motion, and that's what I do here. And so I was telling her touch, so nose touches is how, you'll see it in the video. And so, but she was wanting to touch and paw at the same time. And so, kind of had to work through that, and we'll be working through that for a while, because that's going to be a hard concept, because she's used to that motion, meaning let me paw it. And so, but I don't want her to paw. And so if I'm doing this, like, obviously my arm is up to an extent. So what she started doing was nudging my arm. I'm cool with that. Like, you don't have to touch my hand, but if you can nudge my arm like that and knock my arm off, that's what I. And so, she did pretty good. But first session ever, she did pretty good. It was me, honestly, because I'm so out of it. Probably shouldn't have been doing training today. I'm sure I confused the hell out of my dog a couple of times. But I'm going to go put that on public if you guys want to go watch that. So, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good night.